Observations, an E-column, Volume 1, Number 3. Mobilize Resources for Mass Catastrophic Events by E-columnist Audrey Randolph, author of Necessary Oneness, available via Amazon.com. December 13th, 2012. Sudden emerging into mass catastrophic events, MCEs, such as devastation caused by the Labor Day hurricane, September 2nd, 1935, Hurricane Katrina, August 29, 2009, and Superstorm Sandy, October 29, 2012, present challenges that require swift attention and assistance for quick restoration. Seeing the devastation and pain and suffering is heart-rending. The most important aspect of any problem is determining the solution for it, and we can see that MCEs present multifaceted problems, the suddenness, pervasive destruction, and number of people affected, for which people need swift, viable solutions. MCEs can be caused by hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, violent floods, earthquakes, wildfires, war, terrorist attacks, and other occurrences that create devastation or atrocities. Let's face it, MCEs may increase. Therefore, the USA must be ever ready, ever prepared, by mobilizing resources so that the MCEs can be speedily handled in this age of synthesis. Segmentation of resources has proven to be our greatest failure as we have addressed MCEs. Raising money has been our greatest strength. We have a wealth of resources that can be effectively culled and managed. We need to use the military-industrial complex, satellite surveillance, portable solar power devices, and applicable technology including machinery, devices, and vehicles, such as the new aqua-terrain vehicle. With these and other emerging resources, we need to engage a massive effort. The military can swoop in a foreign country, set up camps with MASH, Mobile Army Surgical Hospital units, latrines, bathing, and laundry facilities, bring in supplies and basic needs, and provide meals. We need to do the same for victims of MCEs and do it with government and philanthropic aid via not-for-profits, not via expensive contractors. Synthesis and effective management of resources will ensure viable response, recovery, and restoration. Victims of MCEs have described their environs as third world, and this is a valid descriptor that should not be in the USA. The Red Cross should not just use volunteers as facilitators and should go to the victims, not just have victims come to a central location for help. The National Guard needs to be assisted by special forces when necessary, the Navy, Army, Marines, and the Air Force, and not to stop looting. Most looting will naturally stop when victims are sufficiently aided. Timely intervention is paramount. For example, special aircraft can be set up to provide needed supplies, food, clothing, etc. Planes and helicopters can be deployed from the carrier for deliveries, for rescues, especially to locate live people via thermal imaging devices, and for recovery. In addition, cadres of responders must include trained facilitators to work in organized sectors of the affected area and facilitate delivery of services and products. Mental health specialists to assist victims with post-traumatic stress and grief, as well as social workers to help bridge the divide between the disaster and restoration. These must be ready for the call. The intent of all the efforts should be restoration or return to normalcy as quick as possible. Look, 77 years have passed since the 1935 Labor Day hurricane left the environs like the third world, and where dead, bloated bodies lay around just as happened after the Katrina MCE. No longer during the age of synthesis in the USA should we describe our environs as third world, not when we have the ways and means that can be utilized to avoid such a descriptor. To begin this massive effort to mobilize resources, an exploratory committee can be established to determine ways and means. Then we will see that MCEs, or mass catastrophic events, can and will be effectively managed. Observations is an electronic column rendered monthly by e-columnist Audrey Randolph and technical director Carrie Sellers. If you have comments or questions, please contact Audrey Randolph at rocketmail.com.